Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be at. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be at. I want to talk about relationships and money. Relationships and money, a conversation that everyone should have with their partner at some point in time in their relationship. Preferably in the beginning. Um, and I've said this, in several videos, but I'm going to be a little bit more detailed in my explanations of real life experiences with being a provider. And as I've said before 100 times, a man, in my opinion, should be a protector and a provider. Um, he can get everything else wrong, but those two things he should not. All right, and you'll see where I'm going with this at the end of this video. I have paid this young lady's rent for maybe 2 years, if not more. I was paying this young lady's rent, um, and also her utilities. Um, I bought her a television. Um, I put braces in her mouth. Let me go to the next young lady. And I've done this to two women or so, two for sure that I really, 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 really provided for. Maybe two and a half, but two for sure. Giving women money isn't really a thing, but if I'm into you, you gon' I'll empty the bank for you. Braces. I bought her glasses. Uh, as a provider, as a man, in my humble, respectable opinion, and this might not go for every man, I feel like a man should financially provide for a woman. I feel like that if a woman is in a position of need and you aren't providing it, she may consider getting what she needs from someone else. I'm going to repeat that again. If a woman is in a position of need and you aren't providing it, she may consider getting that from someone else. If she needs her nails done, her nails haven't been done in 3 weeks, and she can't take care of the pedicure and the manicure, and you're declining to get her nails done, she may be inclined to ask another individual, does he have 50, $60 for the petty, the mani, $100, $150, and that may lead them to doing something that is X-rated. And as a whole, I don't do things for women because I'm afraid they're going to cheat on me. I do things for women because I feel like they need it. They deserve it. They're queens. They are God's precious creatures. And I try to treat a woman well financially. But with that, I try to do as much as I can for women. I've, pulled money out of various accounts to ensure that women had what they needed. Where we at 3 minutes? I've flown women around the world, you know. And I'm not going to talk numbers. I'm not going to talk the exact number because I can probably come pretty close within $100. But I flew someone to uh, Miami. We also went to the DR. I flew someone. Don't get me wrong. She paid some Ubers, and maybe one or two meals here and there. But I told her I'd give her the money back, and she declined. But I might still give it to her. But Miami DR, I paid for someone, right? Like I said, she paid for Ubers a few times, maybe one or two meals. Albania, I took someone with me. Uh, Spain, I took someone with me. Where else did we go? She went to Portugal for work. I went there and I met her. A man that's gonna fly out and meet you wherever you at. That's me. She was in Amsterdam for work. I went there and I met her. So y'all are already seeing what kind of man that I am. Wherever you, if we together, wherever you are in the world, if you got to go somewhere for work, whatever, I'm coming. If your work sends you to Alaska, I'm flying to Alaska. We said Albania. We went through Portugal. We went through the Netherlands. I feel like I'm missing a country. All right, let's go back. I flew someone to uh, Indonesia, Bali. Right, a lot of women like to go to Bali. I flew somebody there. She ain't pay for squat. Malaysia, Singapore. I was with someone. Um, where else have I been with someone? Tanzania. I was with someone, and I can keep going and going and going. Uh, Most of the countries that you see me visit outside of South America, most of those countries, I know I went to Rwanda maybe twice, and once I went by myself. But besides from I think going to Rwanda twice or once, besides for Rwanda, the last at least 8 countries, 9 countries that I've been to, I took somebody with me. And you can just imagine the cost of that. That's a down payment on a house. That's a brand new car. But it's just me. It's just what I do. If I love you, no wrong. I've been through a lot of women to know when someone's special. And if I'm willing to do this for someone that I love, someone that I care about, they are indeed special. Sometimes they forget that. Sometimes they forget that what I'm doing is not an everyday occurrence because it's gonna touch your pockets. But relationships and money. Uh, Money can negatively impact your relationship because a woman, right, unless y'all were together in high school, unless y'all struggled in college, a woman over the age of 23, 24 years old does not want to be struggling if she has a man. And let me be honest with you. I don't feel that a woman that is over the age of 21, 22, 23 years old should be struggling if she has a man. I'm just being honest. So if you're with a woman and she's struggling, you're doing something wrong. I personally have worked 2 jobs before. I worked a day job, I worked a night job part time just for extra money. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't for females, of course, but I know that there's no limit to the things that I would do to ensure that my partner has everything she wants and needs. If she wants this 900 and some $1,000 house and I can't afford it off one paycheck, I'm going to go get me a second job. But that's just me. And I'm not saying it's going to work for you, nor am I saying you should do it. But that's just me. But a woman should not be struggling in a relationship. Here's the problem that I have, women, right? So let's say we went on a trip and I spent, several $1,000s, hypothetically, right? Hypothetically. We went on a trip and I spent several $1,000s and we get into an argument and I say you're ungrateful, you don't understand, you don't appreciate me. I spent several $1,000s on a trip, da 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 da. I wasted money. And she says, "Oh, you always bringing up money. You throwing money in my face. You got several $1,000s." Hold on. Let me take a break. Time out. Stuff going on at work. I heard my phone go off. Let me see who it is. Uh, yeah, some people from work. But anyway, on Signal. On Signal. But anyway, I'm not gonna show his name. But and she be like, "Oh, you bringing up money, da 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 da." Here's the thing. Here's the thing. How money negatively impacts relationships. If I do something for you, from a man to a woman, and it costed a whole bunch of money, and you don't or you didn't appreciate what I did, I don't have the right to bring it up. I'm not talking about I bought you a bottle of water, a juice, a honey bun, a Kit Kat bar. Hey, I bought you a Kit Kat bar. But if I fly you somewhere or I buy you something expensive and you don't, or I don't feel like I was appreciated, why don't I have the right to bring it up? And this is how arguments in relationship have started for me with women. Oh, why you bring it up? Why you say what you did? Maybe because you didn't appreciate what I did. Maybe because you ain't say thank you. Maybe I didn't feel welcome. Maybe because I did what I did and it was a whole check and I could have spent that money on something else, but I spent it on you. But you're not, showing me any sort of excitement for the acts of kindness, which is the love language that I did. And this specific woman, right? The more I've flown more than one woman across the world. One of her love languages was acts of kindness. And I don't feel like as a man you should throw things in a woman's face. You should not. But I feel like as a man you have every right to throw things in a woman's face when you don't feel appreciated. Women will be happy to say I don't need money, I don't need that, I don't need this, but you give it to them and they accept it. Of course they're gonna say I don't want it the first time, right? Of course they're gonna, but they want it, they need it, they would like it. But a woman has to appreciate the things that you're doing. Women, I'm talking to you. Appreciate that man and the things that he's doing. Men, step up. Step up. You know why? I'm not going to say I've never been cheated on, but I'm not aware of myself being cheated on, right? I might have been cheated on. Every woman I've met that I was in a relationship with, which very few probably could have cheated on. But I will say this. When a man is giving women a whole bunch of money a month, when a man is doing everything she wants financially, when a man is making sure her hair and her nails are done, when a man is making sure that she has money in her bank account, when a man is asking her what country she want to go to and he takes her there, when a man is providing, when a man is buying phones, when a man is getting braces, when a man is getting her hair done, when a man is offering to pay for her to go to college, when a man is offering to pay her to stay at home and be a housewife, when a man is doing all of these things plus more, it's a little bit harder for her to make up in her mind that she wants to leave you. And I'm just being honest. The more you do for a woman, the harder it is for them to leave. And if they leave you, they're going to think about you with the next man. Because the next man might not, he might take her to dinner, movies, bowling, which I was doing in high school. He may take her to dinners, movie, and bowling, which is the most basic three things you can do in a relationship on a date, and take her home to his bedroom, because that's all he really wants. Ain't paid no bills. You had bills before you met him. You was paying bills before you met him, and when you with him, and after y'all broke up, you still paying bills. He wasn't helping out whatsoever. I feel that a woman should be financially provided for, and I'm not saying give her $2,000 a month, but you should give her something every month. You know, when I first met this young lady, the first month I paid for her nails. She said she was gonna get her nails done or something. I sent her like $40 or $50. First month I met her, I gave her $40 or $50. And over time, with observing her and feelings and emotions and seeing her needs and understanding her needs and the issues she was having financially, I started giving her more and more and more and more and more money. But a woman to say, hey, I don't want anything, I don't need anything, then say, oh, I can't do this, I don't have money for this. Women lie. And that's why I feel you should do things for women without them asking. But every man that's told me, hey, Chris keeps flying, you shouldn't give women money, you shouldn't do this for women, you shouldn't do that for women, you're doing too much for women. Every man that has told me that is single. Every man that has told me that is not married. And don't get me wrong, men have told me that. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that for women. And this man, Listen, if you a single man, you can't give another man advice. If you a single woman, you can't give another woman advice. All I'm saying is money in relationship causes problems. The lack of money in relationships causes problems. The lack of providing in a relationship causes problems. I feel that if a woman is with you, she should not be struggling. I also feel that the more you do for a woman, it is harder for her to leave, as I've said. But the key point of this is if I do something for you and I don't feel like you appreciated what I did, I should have a open open opportunity to say, hey, ma'am, I spent 3, 4 thousand on this. Why are you acting like that? I spent 5, 6 thousand on this. Why are you acting like that? And I'm gonna give you a tip, women. If you appreciated the things that men did, they would do more things. You hear me? If you appreciated the things that men did, they would do more things. If you appreciated the things that men did, they want to throw it in your face. You ever thought about that? Money causes problems in relationships, but until next time.